Welcome back to Deldot Letter of No Objection to Recordation Training. We left off in section 3.3 of the checklist. So the last thing I think we talked about was proposed entrance locations, which again is pretty much, that part's pretty obvious. We talked about labeling the right-of-ways and easement dedications. So that information should all be shown, on a record plan. We'll often have that on multiple sheets, an additional an additional 5-foot right of way is hereby dedicated in fee simple. 15-foot permanent easement is hereby established. The exact wording of these is on, I thought it was on this checklist. It's actually on the entrance plan checklist, but they're very picky about the wording. If you change any of this wording, they're almost certainly going to comment on it. But we're going to have it there where we create the lots. We're going to have it on our easement plat for this job where we create, utility and drainage easements. And then we even tend to show it on some construction plans so they can tell if portions are located in the either the right of way or the state permanent easement. So it's spelled out here and here as well. New street names. Yes, you're going to want to indicate Westridge Drive, 70-foot wide boulevard. In this case, boulevard generally means it has a landscape out in the middle. Often we will get a comment asking us to identify this as a private road, not one that's going to be turned over for state maintenance. So that's just one other thing to think about including in there. Street right-of-way widths. We're going to show right-of-way widths in several ways. So the existing right-of-way of the Deldot Road, in this case, it's a 50-foot right-of-way. And of course, we show that there's an additional 5-foot dedication and then a 15-foot permanent easement. All that, is going to be shown. And then the right-of-way width of our interior street, if we are establishing a right-of-way. But again, this should read private road. I think it does read private road back on the, no, it actually doesn't. So we should add that to this plan. There you go, private right-of-way. So we call out that area on the record plat portion. This is a private right-of-way. I guess it just shows up on sheet 3. Future interconnection note if applicable. That's going to be part of the Deldot notes, which I'll probably make the part of the very next video. Sometimes Deldot wants to have interconnection to another property, and we show right on the plan how that's happening. A recent example would be Bayside Exteriors on Route 9. Sometimes they simply have us write a note on there that says Deldot will determine the exact location at a future date. That's true when there are things like service roads. And again, that's probably something that's going to be addressed in a pre-submittal meeting. So if a pre-submittal meeting, one of the requirements is an interconnectivity to an adjacent property, that's probably going to be documented in the pre-submittal meeting. In the absence of that, the note can be deleted. In the presence of that, you're going to need that note. Dimension of relevant physical features, proposed road striping and edges of pavement. So that's really what we show on what they like to call a preliminary entrance plan. I'm very much opposed to the idea that a preliminary entrance plan is going to be part of a record plan because it's preliminary. It's not really going to get built that way. We're going to have additional comments. But what Mike and I have started doing that seems to make sense is we basically work up the striping plan and then we do a save as of that and call it the preliminary entrance plan. What's important on this is we're showing lengths of deceleration lanes, radiuses of the curves coming into the project, radiuses there, widths of the travel ways, widths of the bike lanes, widths of the turn lanes, widths of the opposite shoulder. So the basic geometry is all laid out on a striping plan. In this case, we actually did have hatching showing pavement overlays. Actually, I don't have that hatching legend on here, but this is pavement that's being overlaid and wedged. This is brand new pavement to create shoulders and turn lanes. And then this is just hatching for ditches. So that's something that will be included as kind of the last page of the record plan as a preliminary entrance plan. Next topic is going to be Deldot notes. I'm going to start up a new video for that that's going to be relevant to both record plans and entrance plans. So let me stop this video.